My jealous stepsister slept with my husband and stole everything, my life, my future, even my last name. Then she had the audacity to ask for my blessing. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just smiled. Because what she doesn't know is I've been planning something she'll never see coming. I always knew my stepsister envied me, but I never thought she'd try to become me. Growing up, Lila and I were forced into the same house when our parents got married. We were both 12 at the time. Same age, same school, same classes. But we were complete opposites. I was the quiet, observant one who loved to read, who made lists and followed plans. Lila was the loud, impulsive whirlwind who demanded to be seen. She couldn't stand when someone else got more attention than her, especially me, and she made sure I always knew it. If I got an award at school, she would cause a scene that same day. If I wore something new, she'd borrow it without asking and conveniently forget to return it. But still, I tried to get along. We were family now, whether I liked it or not. When we turned 25, I met Daniel. He was everything I didn't even know I wanted. Gentle, intelligent, funny in a subtle way. He paid attention. He remembered the smallest details about me. He was a listener, which is rare these days. Lila met him a few months into our relationship. I still remember how she smiled a little too long when she shook his hand, but I brushed it off. She flirted with everyone. That was just Lila. Daniel and I dated for 3 years before he proposed. He planned the entire thing with my mom and surprised me at my favorite park with a picnic and a handwritten letter. It was perfect. Lila was there for all the wedding planning. She offered to help with the dress, the guest list, the bachelorette party. I felt like maybe she had changed. Maybe the petty rivalry we had as teenagers had finally settled into mutual adulthood. Looking back, I see it now. She didn't want to help. She wanted proximity. She wanted to insert herself into every moment of our relationship. When we were picking out centerpieces, she asked what color I thought she should wear so she wouldn't outshine me. When we were cake tasting, she kept joking about how lucky Daniel was to find someone so stable. It was subtle, but it chipped at me over time. Then came the wedding. Beautiful, magical, and seemingly perfect. Everyone danced and drank and toasted to our love. Even Lila, who raised a glass and called me the strongest woman she knew. 3 years later, I found out she was sleeping with Daniel. It started with small things. Daniel began working late. He was glued to his phone. He flinched when I walked into the room too suddenly. I thought he was stressed from work. I thought maybe we needed a vacation, some time away to reconnect. Then I saw a message, just one, a notification that flashed across his screen while he was in the shower. It was from Lila. I miss last night already. Call me when she falls asleep. My blood ran cold. My hands shook as I opened his messages. There they were, weeks of texts, photos, inside jokes, things he never even said to me. I couldn't breathe. I didn't confront him that night. I took screenshots, sent them to my email, sat in the dark with a glass of wine, and cried so hard I thought I might pass out. Then, when the sun came up, I packed a bag, left him a note, and drove to my best friend's place. He called. He texted. He swore it meant nothing, that it was a moment of weakness, that Lila initiated it, that it only happened once. But I had the proof, the timestamps, the receipts, the truth. When I finally confronted Lila, her response nearly knocked the wind out of me. You never really made him happy. I saw it. Everyone saw it. He needed someone who understood him. Someone who wasn't so boring. I stood there in her apartment, staring at the woman who shared my childhood, who shared holidays and family photos, who used to braid my hair before school. "You mean someone like you?" She smirked. "He was never yours to begin with." I walked away. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I just left. Weeks passed. The divorce moved faster than I expected. My mother was heartbroken, torn between her daughters. I told her she didn't have to choose. I'd already made that choice for her. Then came the final twist. Lila announced their engagement 2 months after my divorce papers were signed, and she had the audacity to send me an invitation, not just as a guest. She wanted me to be her maid of honor. "I want us to heal," she said, "to move forward, to be a real family again." As if she hadn't gutted me, as if she hadn't stolen the man I loved and built a life with. She actually believed I would stand beside her as she walked down the aisle in a dress that looked suspiciously similar to mine. I told her no, of course. I told her if I ever saw her again, it would be too soon. She cried. She begged, said I was being childish, that I had already moved on. And you know what? She wasn't entirely wrong. I had started to move on, not with someone new, but with myself. I went back to school. I started a business. I traveled. I learned how to enjoy my own company again. I stopped looking over my shoulder. I stopped wondering what I did wrong. Because the truth is, I did everything right. They did everything wrong. A year later, I heard through mutual friends that Lila and Daniel were having problems. She didn't trust him. He kept texting other women. She accused him of cheating, and he accused her of being paranoid. The same cycle, starting all over again. You see, when you build a relationship on betrayal, it rots from the inside. There is no trust, no foundation, just fear, insecurity, shame. She messaged me again last month, said she missed me, that she wanted my blessing, that she finally understood the pain she caused. I didn't respond. She doesn't need my blessing. She needs to live with her choices. You don't get to steal someone's life and then ask them to clap for you. So I stayed silent, not because I'm angry, but because peace speaks louder than revenge ever could. And if there's one thing I know about Lila, it's that nothing drives her crazier than being ignored. She took everything she thought she wanted from me, but now she has to hold on to it. And that, in the end, is her real punishment.